Hi kids, today our topic of discussion is circumference and area of circle from class 9. Now let us see first of all, what do you mean by a circle? We know circle is a plane figure bounded by curved lines, but a better definition should be it is locus of all points equidistant from a fixed point known as the center of the circle. Now the question arises, what do you mean by locus? Simple. A point moving under a given condition. And in this case, the condition is that its distance is always same from a fixed point. Let us see. Suppose you take a point, fixed point, which is known as the center of the circle, and you take another point, and this point A moves in such a way that its distance from this point O remains same. So the figure, the closed figure which you get is your circle. See, if I move it in such a way that its distance from the fixed point remains same, this point A is moved, okay, then this figure is a circle. It's a plane figure, okay, bounded by curved line. Now we have already discussed in my previous video about pi. Now in this case, this figure, geometrical figure, is known as a circle, and the outer boundary of this circle is known as the circumference. The outer boundary in this case is known as the circumference, and the distance between the center of the circle and any point on the circle, suppose this A, this distance is known as the radius. Am I clear? And if you take a line segment, any line segment, which join two endpoints, where the endpoints of that line segment lie on the circle, this is known as the chord. And the longest chord is the line segment passing through the center, and this is known as the diameter. And we have done earlier, when I was explaining you pi, that pi is a constant, and this is equal to the ratio of circumference of a circle to the diameter, isn't it? Which means, if you look carefully, circumference of a circle will be equal to pi into d, where d is the diameter. And if you look carefully in this figure, diameter is twice the radius. Suppose we take the radius as r, diameter as d, then we can write that circumference of a circle is pi into 2r, which means circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So we got the circumference of a circle is equal to 2 pi r, where pi is the ratio of circumference to diameter, and this is fixed. Pi is 22 by 7, it's a ratio, or in decimal we use it as 3.1416. It has a fixed value. Okay, now, so this was about the circumference of a circle, the outer boundary, equal to 2 pi r. Now we'll see how to calculate the area of a circle. Now, suppose this is your circle of radius small r. Okay. Now, suppose we divide this into smaller pieces, suppose like this. Okay, and arrange all the pieces in such a way that, see, how many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Suppose 10 pieces I've done. So this, we get a figure like this: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We get a figure close resembling a rectangle. Now we further divide into more parts like this, okay? Suppose, and then we arrange it, we almost get a rectangle. If you arrange it, if you divide into more pieces and you arrange it, you almost get a rectangle whose, this, if you suppose this is your length and this is your breadth, whose breadth is equal to the radius of the circle. And if you look carefully, this part, which is circumference, will be equal to this plus this, means twice of L is equal to circumference. So I can write, look carefully, if suppose this is length, this is breadth. So no doubt breadth is equal to the radius, and twice of L is nothing but circumference, which is 2 pi r, which means length is nothing but pi r. And area of this rectangle will be length into breadth. So length is how much? Pi r, and breadth is how much? R. So area of this rectangle, which is obtained from a circle, is nothing but pi r square. And the area of this rectangle and this circle has to be same, which means area of a circle is equal to pi r square. Done. So the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r and the area of the circle is pi r square, where pi is a ratio whose value is in fraction form either 22/7 or in decimal you can write 3.1416. Now let us see this. Half of a circle is known as a semicircle. Suppose I'll draw this. This is your semicircle. Now area of a circle is pi r square. So area of a semicircle will be pi r square by 2, isn't it? And when we talk about the outer boundary, which is the perimeter in this case, see, perimeter will be half of the circumference of a circle, this portion, which is nothing but 2 pi r by 2, plus the diameter, that is the outer boundary, that is the perimeter, which is 2r. Diameter is equal to 2r, which is pi r plus 2r, which you can say r pi plus 2. So the area of a semicircle is pi r square by 2, and the perimeter, the outer boundary, okay, is pi r plus 2r. Now see, when you talk about a quadrant, quadrant means 1/4 of a circle. So something like this. So when you take 1/4 of a circle, if you talk about the area of this quadrant, the area of the quadrant will be pi r square by 4. And if you talk about the perimeter or the outer boundary, which will 1/4 of the circumference of a circle, which is 2 pi r by 4 plus radius again, which is pi r by 2 plus 2r, isn't it? Now look at one more thing. If you take concentric circle, now circle having the same center but different radius are known as concentric circle. Suppose you take concentric circle, you have a circle, and outside this circle you have another circle, and the center is common, okay, O. Suppose for the inner circle the radius is small r, and for the outer circle the radius is capital. Then the area of this portion, area of shaded region in this case, is nothing but area of the bigger circle, which is pi r square, minus area of the smaller circle, which is pi r square, small r square. So pi taken common, you have r square minus r square, which you can write as pi r plus r minus r. Okay, this will be helpful while doing the sums. Please note all these. Now let us look at the sums from exercise 16.3 from M L Aggarwal. Now let us see the sums from exercise 16.3 M L Aggarwal. The first sum, the circumference is given as 44 centimeter. They have asked for the diameter. Now we know that circumference of a circle is equal to pi multiplied by the diameter, or 2 pi r is the same thing. Circumference is 44, pi is 22 by 7 multiplied by d. So d will be 14 centimeter. Done. Look at sum number 2. The circumference is given as 18 pi centimeter. They are asked for the radius and the area. So we know that circumference is 2 pi r, and this is equal to 18 pi is given to us. So pi cancels out. So r will be 9 centimeter. Done. The second part, the area. Area is pi r square, which is 22 by 7 multiplied by 9 square, which is 22 by 7 multiplied by 81 centimeter square. You calculate this and convert into mixed fraction and give the answer. Okay. Look at number 3. The radius is given as 3.85 centimeter. They have asked for the perimeter of a semicircular plate. Now we know the perimeter for the semicircular plate will be pi r plus 2r, isn't it? So just substitute the value, 22 by 7 multiplied by 3.85 plus twice into 3.85. Am I clear? This is equal to, this is how many times? 22 multiplied by, this is 5 times, plus, and this is 7.70. Okay, you calculate this. Okay, this is very simple. Now look at number 4. The area of a circle is given as 144 pi. They've asked for the radius and the circumference. Now we know that the area is given by pi r square. So pi r square is nothing but 144 pi. So pi cancels out. So r will be, r square is 144. So r will be plus minus 12. So we'll take plus 12 because negative radius is not possible. So that's 12 centimeter. Circumference is 2 pi r. So that's 2 pi r. Isn't it? Centimeter. Calculate the value of this. Done. Now let us see the next sum. Now look at sum number 5. A sheet 11 centimeter long and 2 centimeter wide. So you have a sheet, I'll just draw the diagram, which is 11 centimeter long and 2 centimeter wide. Circular pieces 0.5 centimeter in diameter are cut from it to prepare discs. Okay, so you are cutting out circular shaped disc, okay, from this sheet of paper whose diameter is 0.5 centimeter. Calculate the number of discs that can be prepared. Now look carefully. See, along breadthwise, since the breadth is 2 centimeter, I think 4 circular discs can be arranged along breadthwise. If you talk about lengthwise, since the length is 11 centimeter and the diameter of this is 0.5 centimeter, so along lengthwise, I hope you can have 24 discs, isn't it? And along breadthwise you'll have 4, sorry, this will be 22, because 22 into 0.5 is 11. Along breadthwise you'll have 4 discs, isn't it? So the total number of discs whose diameter is 0.5 centimeter that can be cut out from this piece of paper will be nothing but 22 multiplied by 4. That is 88. Clear? Along lengthwise you can have 22 pieces. Along breadthwise you can have 4 pieces. So 22 into 4 is 88. Now look at number 6. Area of a semicircular region is 77 centimeter square. Find the perimeter. Now first, with the help of the area, we'll get the radius. How? We know pi r square by 2 is equal to 77. Because area of a semicircle is pi r square by 2. That is equivalent to 77 in this case. So just substitute the value of pi. So this is 2 times 7 times. So r square will be 49. So r will be 7 centimeter. Once you got the radius, perimeter of a semicircle is equal to pi r plus 2r. So just substitute the value. 22 by 7 into 7 plus 2 into 7. That's 22 plus 14. That's 36 centimeter. Done. Now let us look at the next sum. Now look at 7 part A. They've given this figure and they've told that AC and BD are the diameter of this circle, and area of the shaded region, okay, is 308. They want AC, which is nothing but the diameter and the circumference of the circle. Pretty easy. If you look carefully, this shaded region are 2 quadrants, and when you combine the 2 quadrants you get a semicircle, which means area of the semicircle is given to us, which means can I say pi r square by 2 is equal to 308 according to the given condition. Now substitute the value. So 22 by 7 multiplied by r square by 2 is equal to 308. 2 1 time, 2 11 time, 11 1 time, 11 28 times. So r square is 28 into 7. So r will be, this is 4 into 7. So 7 to the, this is 14 centimeter. So we got the radius as 14 centimeter. Now the circumference of the circle. So wait, they have asked for AC. We got the radius. So AC is the diameter, which is 2 into radius, which is 2 into 14. That's 28 centimeter. Now the circumference. Circumference is nothing but 2 pi r, which is 2 multiplied by 22 by 7 multiplied by r is what? 14. This is 4 into 22. That's 88 centimeter. Done. Pretty easy. Once you get the radius, the other part is very easy. Now, in part B, again, AC and BD are the diameter. They have given the length of AC as 16 centimeter, which means the diameter. You know, the diameter is 16 centimeter. So the radius will be 8 centimeter. No doubt in that. They've asked for the area of the shaded part, which is a semicircle, because it's a combination of 2 quadrants. So area of shaded region will be nothing but pi r square by 2. So pi is 22 by 7. Radius is 8 square by 2. Am I clear? I think you can calculate this. 22 by 7 multiplied by 64 by 2 centimeter square. Done. Now look at the second part. What are they asking? The perimeter of the shaded part, which is nothing but, if you see, this is a quadrant. So the perimeter of a quadrant, again this is again a quadrant. So perimeter of 2 quadrant. Now, so the perimeter of the shaded part will be equal to perimeter of 2 quadrant, isn't it? And perimeter of a single quadrant is, the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So this portion, we know it's 2 pi r by 4, which is pi r by 2 plus r, which is 2r. So twice of the perimeter of a quadrant. Okay. So this is, if you open the bracket, this is pi r plus 4r. Just substitute the value. So pi is 22 by 7 multiplied by radius is 8 plus 4 into 8. You calculate this, you'll get the answer. Isn't it? This is your perimeter. Done. Now let us look at the next sum. Now look at sum number 8. Very interesting. A bucket is raised from a well by means of a rope which is wound around a wheel of diameter 77 centimeter. Given that the bucket ascends in 1 minute 28 seconds with a uniform speed of 1.1 meter per second, calculate the number of revolutions the wheel makes in raising the bucket. First thing, if suppose this is a wheel, and it covers a distance d, then the number of revolution will be distance covered by the circumference of the wheel. Okay, this we need to know. The number of revolution is the distance covered by the wheel. Suppose from A to B, how much it covers, divided by the circumference of the wheel. Now look at this sum. Now this is a wheel. Suppose a bucket is over here. Try to understand. Okay. Then the time taken by the bucket to reach from here to this point is 1 minute 28 second, which is 88 second, and the speed at which the bucket moves is 1.1 meter per second. So by these two data we can get the distance covered, isn't it? Distance is nothing but speed into time. That's 1.1 multiplied by 88 meter. Keep it like this. Now for the wheel, they have given that the diameter of the wheel is 77 centimeter. So the radius will be 77 by 2 multiplied by 100 if you convert it to meter. Am I clear? Now the circumference of the wheel, just look carefully. Circumference of the wheel is 2 pi r. So the number of revolution will be distance, which is 1.1 multiplied by 88 by the circumference, which is 2 pi, and r is how much? 77 by 2 multiplied by 100. So that's 7. This cancels out. 11 one time, 11, this is 0.1, this is 4 times, this 100 goes up. So n will be 40. So 40 revolution. Clear? This was a very nice sum. Okay, remember this. Number of revolution is the distance covered by the wheel by the circumference. In this case, the distance covered will be speed into time. Once you got the distance covered, you have the diameter, get the circumference, divide the two, you'll get the number of revolution. Is it clear? Now let us look at the next sum. Now look at this sum. Sum number 9. The wheel of a cart is making 5 revolution per second. So the number of revolution per second is 5. In 1 second it moves 5 times completely. Okay. If the diameter of the wheel is 84, so the radius has to be 42 centimeter. Find its speed in kilometer per hour. Give your answer correct to the nearest kilometer. Now first of all, calculate the circumference. Circumference will be 2 pi r. So this is 6 times. This is in centimeter. So that's 44 multiplied by 6. This is 24. This is 264 centimeter. Okay. So distance covered in 1 revolution is 264. So distance covered in 5 revolution will be 5 multiplied by 264 centimeter. So that's 5 4s are 20, 5 6 are 30, this is 32, 5 2s are 10, 1 1320 centimeter. We'll change it to kilometers. So 100 and then 1000. So this much distance is traveled in 5 revolutions. That is in 1 second only. So the speed you can say is this 1320 by 100 into 1000 kilometer per second. The second is in the denominator. Be careful. So we need to change it to kilometer per hour. So how do we change it? 1320 by 100 into 1000 kilometer per hour. So second to hour will divide by, second to minute will divide by 60, and then again minute to second, minute to hour will divide one more time by 60, which means something like this, isn't it? Second to minute and then minute to hour. So this becomes 1320 multiplied by 60 multiplied by 60 by 100 into 1000 kilometer per hour, which if you calculate will be 47 point something, which gives us 48 kilometer per hour. Done. Now let us look at the next sum. Now let us look at sum number 10. The circumference of the circle is given as 123.2 centimeter. They've asked for the radius, the area, and the effect on area if the radius is double. Very easy. See the first part. The radius. So 2 pi r is equal to 123.2. So r will be 123.2 by 2 into pi. That's 123.2 by 2 into 22 by 7. So 7 goes up. Am I clear? So that's 11 2 times 11 1 1.2. Am I clear? 2, this is 5.6, 2 again, that's 2.8. So the radius is 2.8 multiplied by 7, that's 56, 19.6 centimeter. We got the radius, very easy. Area, very simple, pi r square, just substitute the value, 22 by 7, 19.6 whole square centimeter square. Calculate this, not tough, okay. Number 3, if you see, part 3, the effect on area if the radius is double. Very easy. Suppose the initial area was A1, which is pi r square. When you double the radius, the area suppose is A2, that becomes pi 2r whole square. Just divide the two. A2 by A1 is pi 2r square by pi r square, which is equal to pi cancels out. This is 4r square by r square, which means A2 will be 4 times A1. So the area becomes 4 times the original area if the radius is doubled for any circle. Okay, so keep it till here in this video, till sum number 10. Okay, in the next video we'll look at the rest of the sum. Till then, take care.